This city is alive. This city is alive. I know you'll never call me. I know you'll never call me. I know you'll never call me. This city is alive. This city is alive.
Radius of waves, yeah? Yeah. Oh, God. Right. Sorry, Paulie, with a note. I've got the cramps, man. Do yourself a favor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look out the window. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5-tree field has disappeared. Watch out for the brown acid. Don't you know this is my pad? Hardy left the cream. Watch out, he left the dark trail that flooded his wife off. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know it made me wanna disappear. Bombed my outlook buzzer. I share it with my wife. Counted holes in the baffle. We made it up to 108. I didn't want to make it cool, pal. I made it so. Make me human. Like dark, like slides inside. Yeah. Switched off my screen. Switched off my screen. Leave the leaves in my hair. Leave the leaves in my hair. I don't care. It's just about me and you. And the other two. There is a radius of waves that surrounds us. There's a radius of waves. There is a radius of waves that surrounds us. There's a radius of waves. Leave the leaves in my hair. Leave the leaves in my hair. Just about me and you. And the other two. Okay. Here come the rubber cops, yeah? Come and hear the sobs
I'm Mark Riley in Salford Media City, whilst BBC Glasgow we have got Sexual Objects. Hello, guys.
Hello. Sausage.
Hello. So great to have you back on the programme again. Davey, before we go any further, would you mind introducing your bandmates, please?
On drums, we have Raging Paul Turnbull. All the way from Mulgai, my guy from Mulgai, Fraser McCallum.
Hello.
Hello.
On the Korg low waves, Samuel Joseph Smith.
Hey-oh.
Our chief executive on one of his 12-string Gretches and various other accoutrements is Douglas McIntyre.
Hello.
Hello.
And on a beautiful black Gibson Les Paul with stacks of foot pedals, my dear old friend Malcolm Ross.
Hey.
Hello, Malcolm. Is that? Have you got a Black Beauty there? Is it one of those like Mick Ronson used to play?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
A bit jealous now.
Les Paul Custom.
Oh, yeah, that's the one, mate. Okay, all right then. So, you've just played Cranken House Festival at the weekend. We've had loads of people talking about it. How was it for you?
It was pretty incredible, actually. It was a beautiful space, brilliant weather, lovely people, and great sound man, which makes all the difference. No, it was a great experience. Met lots of lovely people like Paul Simpson and his great pal Robert Lloyd from the Nightingales.
Yeah,
Will Sargent. There was just loads of. It was great fun, actually. It was very good fun.
The bill this year was amazing, but I did see that great photograph on social media of Malcolm and you, Davey, and Stuart Lee and Robert Lloyd.
Was there.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you catch any of the other bands, or was it kind of you were in and out?
Well, unfortunately, we were sort of sound checking when the Nightingales were actually playing,
right?
Which was a bit of a drag. But we had a lot of time with Robert and experienced his individualistic humour, shall we say? No, he's a brilliant lad. And they're playing Edinburgh in February, and he said I've got plus 16 on the guest list, so I'm looking forward to that.
Right, okay. So, what was it then? Cards on the table that brought you out of the hiatus, to use that word, because obviously you did Glasgow's pop, didn't you? So, what kind of brought on this spurt of activity?
Douglas, basically. I call it my obligation to Douglas, because last year I was on holiday in Italy and I got a text from Nobby, our old drummer.
Hello, Nobby.
Saying that Marshmallow the album was on sale online on eBay. Then Douglas immediately called me about 10 minutes later and said, "Flippin' heck, you'll never guess what's happening. Marshmallow is being sold for £3,500.
Now, you need to explain the whole scenario here, because I'm aware of it. Obviously, I was around when it happened, but could you explain to the listeners the story?
Well, basically, in 2015, the second Sexual Objects album, we made and manufactured one singular copy, which we auctioned on eBay with the reproduction rights. Without a base price, so if it'd gone for 17 pence or whatever, whoever bought it for 17 pence would have got the singular copy and all the rights.
Right.
But it went for a wee bit more than that. And then subsequently the guy who bought it pressed 300 copies and released what we'd maybe call a second edition. And actually, Douglas has given me back the original singular copy, so it's back in my hands.
The vinyl copy?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, I'm actually going to start crying now.
That is quite amazing. I mean, I remember at the time you were kind of, I don't know, I mean, I've got a quote from you in a moment. In fact, I'll give it you now, I might as well, because this is from an interview that you did with the Quieters. And you said, music's become so valueless, you can buy 2 drinks and it'll cost you £10. Then you go to FOP and buy Vintage Violence by John Cale, one of the most beautiful, life-changing records you'll ever hear, for £3 and it will last you forever. Music is the most disposable, disrespected thing. It's almost like your scum. It's cheaper than a sandwich, Henderson drawls, but not as heavy.
That's true.
Yeah, and so it was a kind of it was with an air of kind of not desperation in the way that, you know, you were desperate in a desperate situation yourself, but just because you're thinking, God, the music industry is just so rubbish.
Well, it wasn't really that. I've never really been interested in the music industry. It was more just an experiment, really. You
Right.
know, it was an exciting experiment. It was something I always wanted to do and win when we were on, but we were on a major, and that would just never have happened. It's like doing one edition. It's like a painting, really. So it was just an experiment, which is still actually alive, and it's still creating waves. The waves happen to be on the back of Malcolm's car at the moment in a cardboard box, and it's a singular copy that's there. So we're happy just now.
Right. Okay. Well, we've cleared that. And so you've got the rights and everything back to Marshmallow. So how did that lead to this scenario now then?
Well, Douglas, I thought he was maybe going to release Marshmallow in its entirety, but he doesn't like it that much. So he he suggested putting a compilation out. And he'd sort of spoken to other friends who, like Stephen Pastel and all, and Stephen has been very helpful in this situation as well. And it was a good idea, really, in the end, to put out a compilation, including quite a lot of Marshmallow and some other sort of choice Sob's previous material. So, and that's how this came about, and I do feel an obligation to fulfill Douglas's teenage dream.
Very good.
About promoting this record. So, and it just became impossible to put the original band together in any way, because Simon's now moved from Glasgow to Sussex. Norbert is in sort of Lord Baden-Powell land, camping out in Hampshire for 3 months at a time.
Right.
So it was like, let's get another band together, because this band now is actually called Bubbles. So it's Bubbles covering Sexual Objects songs.
Oh.
But don't tell anybody.
It's a tribute band. Excellent. Okay. And so, will this continue? Have you got more live dates in the pipeline?
Yeah, we're playing the Glad Cafe on September the 19th and Edinburgh College of Art on November the 7th. And Douglas has got other sort of winding down creeping band with some events in December that I think we're going to do some Nectarine stuff and get Gareth Sager up as well and play with him. But and Malcolm's going to be playing with us as well in the Nectarines. But this band is definitely the band that are in your Glasgow studio now is the beginning of something.
Fabulous. Okay, well, it's really great to have you back. Can't wait. You've got 3 tunes for us, so you're going to do them back to back. What are the 3 tunes?
The first one's called Wagon Man. The second one is
Radius of Waves.
I know it's called Radius of Waves, but I like to call it Cool Pal. And the third one is going to be Here Come the Rubber Cops.
Fantastic. Okay, then Bubbles as the Sexual Objects. Take it away.
Cheers, kid.